Hello, my name is Sean. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today we're going to take a look at Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel Comics years, Volume 2 Omnibus. This is from Titan Comics. Now Titan is sort of mimicking the Marvel omnibuses for this very same thing. Of course, Titan has the Conan license. I love when they show all the covers on the back. It's great. Conan's original comic adventures are back and looking better than ever, remastered to their original coloring. So there you go. I don't know how accurate that is. I know in other omnibuses, like some of the DC ones, the coloring is way different. And I don't know if there's some sort of issue that happened there. This collects Conan the Barbarian, number 27 to 51, annual 1, and giant size 1 to 4. And material from Savage Sword of Conan 1, 8, and 10. So material from is like Conan stories and things that were probably in color. We're going to take a look though. Here is the dust jacket. Let me just take this off. And usually this is what adorns the hardcover. And here you go. And this is one of many covers. This was a direct sales cover. I like these classic comic covers as opposed to newer art and everything for these Conan omnibuses, especially from like old school Bronze Age Marvel comics. So here is the back cover. Here's the front cover, is the back cover. It's pretty cool. Here's the spine of the actual hardcover book. Here's the inside art. Yeah, I've been collecting these. I dropped the Savage Swords of Conan omnibuses. I didn't like that they excluded things and whatnot. I suspected that was going to happen, but like I thought I was going to get the entire ones. I am collecting those magazines anyway, so to me it's like I'll just get the real magazines. Introduction by Roy Thomas. I don't know if this is a reprint from earlier like introductions from the other Marvel omnibuses. Oh yeah, 2018. Yeah, so it probably is. Roy Thomas did a great job on the Conan books, and he has a lot of insight about it. Pretty cool stuff, despite what you might think of them. Here's the Barbarian age of Conan. So they did a lot of Robert E. Howard work back in these days in Marvel Comics. Pretty cool stuff. I love the arts and color of these. It's so fantastic. There's issue 27, The Blood of Belhisar. Of course, he's immediately going to fight this guy for this woman, rescue the woman, go into this den of thieves here, and immediately fight guys. This is real comics here, man. This is I don't know what page this is in the comic book itself, but here's some promise of some treasure. And some backstory here. And Conan gets drugged. And of course this guy's worshipping gods and things, and Conan fights them. Conan the Barbarian was one of 2 shots in the arm of the popularity and rise of popularity of Conan well after Robert E. Howard had passed. Here's Barbarian page. And ads. So they have the letters pages and the house ads of the time. Monsters Unleashed, pretty awesome. Here's a Monster of Zimbabwe, issue 28. Pretty cool stuff. I'll zoom through these. Yeah, the Conan paperbacks had a resurgence of popularity at this time, and also the comics had come out. Conan the Barbarian, I don't think was a title used on anything else before this comic, and of course the movie was called that. The movie was more inspired by the comic. At least the drive to get it like created and everything came from the popularity of the comics. Comics were very, very popular at the time. Del Beast of Nogal. Of course, Conan fights some sort of bat thing and some wizards. King size Conan. So this has king size and giant size stuff. This is the annual. The giant sizes will be here as well. I know that Marvel had just put out a giant size omnibus. It doesn't have everything because some of the stuff was licensed, like the Conan stuff. So if you want the giant size stuff, you gotta go to these Titan comics, like omnibuses, or if you can find the Marvel ones, in bookshops and stuff. Look at this chick. She's like an octopus. This is issue 32. Oh, the color and art is so great. I should call out the artists a bit more. Here's the here's some sort of an announcement. Awards. Yeah, there you go. Conan the Barbarian 33. And this is Buscema had taken over from Barry Windsor Smith. Roy Thomas is still a writer. And here Conan has all these blotches on him. I think it's more ceremonial. Yeah, there's a lot of violence and stuff in these. I know Savage Sword is known more as the as the better comic, but they're both great. There's a lot of violence in this too. The Savage Sword stuff was a bit more mature insofar as the pacing and storytelling was more for adults. And there's some boobage from time to time. Not that as much as you'd think. But both comics were very violent. Here's 35. Hellspawn of Karashir. This is still John Buscema. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, monsters in the dark and like forbidden temples. Great stuff. Yeah, this kind of storytelling is sort of gone now. Buscema again, issue 36. He's fighting a big stone man. That's pretty cool. Here he's showing off his big prowess. 37. This is the cover I chose. Pretty cool stuff. Stan Lee always presents these. I grew up on 80s Marvel comics, and Stan Lee always presented those, and I was like, oh, did he write all this? No. Did he create all this? Not all of it. Oh, what's happening? So yeah. John Buscema art again. The Werewoman. And the covers are enticing too. Like they're promising action and intrigue. 39. The Dragon from the Inland Sea. Look at this thing. It's just a giant lizard. What I liked about this, sometimes they'd call something a god, and it's just a really big animal, and it was like plausible in that way. And here's the Fiend from the Forgotten City. The most savage hero of all time. Conan was a giant success for Marvel, and he was one of the big Marvel characters whenever they did licensing out to various tchotchkes and things like this, like the 7-Eleven cups. He was right up there with Hulk and Spider-Man in terms of popularity. Hulk had a surge of popularity because of the TV series at the time. So here's some Savage Sword stories. I am not sure if these are... Well, yeah, I think these are represented in the actual omnibus itself. This is from Savage Sword 1. If you have the omnibus, you would have this as well. I have the actual Savage Sword 1, so that's cool. I think it's because some of those stories dovetailed into stories from the comic. So here's Red Sonja. Red Sonja is being put out by Dynamite, but because she doesn't headline this story, she's able to be published in this Titan comic. Here's the Demon from Dark Valley. I don't know why that's laid out differently. Probably because it's a flashback. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, how sad. That's pretty awesome. 46. Look at this, like another like bejeweled rock man. The Warrior and the Wizard spawn. Pretty awesome. I think this is still Basima. Shakoth! Dun dun dun, that's awesome. So he has to fight this guy. John Buscema and Dan Atkins as inker. The Goblins Strike at Midnight. Next, the Wolf Woman. Dun dun dun. 49. 50. The Dweller in the Pool. He's green here and he's purple here. What's going on? This is John Buscema and Dick Giordano as the inker. Pretty awesome. This guy gets... Well, it's Conan, he gets remade. And here are the giant sizes. Giant size Conan 1. Pretty cool. I love this medallion thing he wore in the Marvel Comics. Pretty distinctive. Revisionary theory of this person. Huh. Footnotes, new footnotes. I'll read up on all this. Fantastic Four, giant size. There's more, like maps and stuff. So this was probably included in the giant size, like as to make it more of a magazine. What the art here? Who is this? Gil Kane. I thought so. Gil Kane and Tom Sutton as inker. More moody, more shadowy and dramatic. Hyperborean Age of Conan. More maps. Giant size 3. Look at this dude. I love the color. It's really popping on these glossy pages. And I mean, I can only take their word for it that the color is restored to the original. Savage Sword of Conan, number 8. I have to read up on why these are included at all. I mean, I have this in its own omnibus. But Conan, Savage Sword of Conan featured more stories than just Conan. It was also, you know, other Robert E. Howard characters, which are excluded from the new omnibuses. Here are a bunch of extras, write-ups in articles. Some of these house ads are pretty awesome. Look at all this, like the medallions that you could get at the time that featured characters from Marvel, but like Conan was one of them because you're so popular. I have this treasury edition. I have all of the treasury editions that they put out. Here's a calendar. Lots and lots of extras. Here are some original art. 2 Against Turan. More original art. Lots of great scans. Conan Bound. Original art, paste ups for the covers, scripts. Some of the paperbacks at the time. Lupalina. There you have it. That's Conan the Barbarian, the second omnibus of the Marvel Comics from Titan Comics. I hope you like going through this with me. If you like this video, please give a like, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So until next time, take care.